The flight attendant accidentally dirted a passenger's spoon, and the passenger shockingly responded by pouring hot coffee directly on her arm. What surprised her most was that she could only swallow her anger and stay silent, because the passenger was none other than Thailand's most powerful queen consort, who had bought the entire plane before boarding. Still, as the flight attendant regained her composure, her anger grew stronger. To get back at the queen consort, she took off one of her high heels and used the heel to stir the coffee thoroughly before serving it to the queen consort again. Unexpectedly, the queen consort continued to make things difficult. She demanded that the flight attendant take off her sapphire ring and give it to her. Faced with such an unreasonable request, the flight attendant had no choice but to comply. But just as she handed over the ring, the queen consort threw it onto the ground and stomped on it harshly with her shoe. Then she declared she was hungry and ordered the flight attendant to prepare lunch for her, promising to return the ring after she had eaten. Helpless, the flight attendant brought the lunch over, only for the queen consort to complain again. She said she didn't want the meal and instead demanded the flight attendant's own crew meal. Learning that the queen consort was allergic to seafood, the flight attendant slyly removed the seafood from her own meal, reheated the noodles, and served it to the queen consort. However, after a few bites, the queen consort suddenly began coughing violently. The flight attendant suggested she go to the restroom to rinse her mouth. But when the queen consort returned, her face was already covered in red rashes triggered by an allergic reaction. At first, the flight attendant didn't think the situation was too serious, but the next day, just as she was preparing for her return trip, she was shocked to see news reports on television announcing that the queen consort had unexpectedly passed away the previous night.